Hello, everyone. That is not in this stream. Sleweds, you can unmute your mic, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I am Sky Dude, and the person that is with me, his name is
I am Slewed.
Yeah, this is Slewed. We both have YouTube channels. The channel this is going to be uploaded on is my channel. He doesn't upload much, but I can't say anything about myself either. I don't upload much either, if we're being honest here. I took a 3-month break where I said I was going to upload a part 2 of it immediately after she finished the canvas. I didn't upload it for literally 3 months, like I said. And then I finally uploaded it. I want to start uploading again more, but we'll see how that goes in the future. Anyway, this is going to be a podcast with me and him. We have another friend that I was going to do it with us, but I don't know. I don't think he wants to. So, maybe we'll have him on as a guest in the future. That all depends, you know. So this is the Dungeon Boys podcast. We're going to be talking about, Dungeon Boys was originally named for Destiny, for Dungeons and Destiny. It almost sounded like I said Dungeons and Dragons. But thanks for not laughing at me. Slewed, are you dead?
No.
Okay, cool. Anyway, it was originally it was named for the dungeons inside of Destiny. So I think we're going to continue to use this to talk about Destiny, since there's going to be new stuff each week. There's a lot for us to talk about this week, but since this is kind of an introduction one, there's not much that we can do. We can talk about it, and I also don't think Slew's done anything this week, so he knows nothing about the storyline this week. I don't think he cares about spoilers, so, I could tell him. He probably wouldn't
All I
mind.
know is they nerfed Stasis.
Yeah, they did nerf Stasis. We're going to be doing... This is going to be weekly. This one's coming out today on Wednesday. Tonight on Wednesday, actually. It might even come out tomorrow because it's late. I don't know. But, I want it to come out weekly on Fridays. I do go camping every once in a while, so since that is a thing, we might try to pre-record some when I know I'm gonna have to go camping, and then schedule it to upload on the Friday of that week so that it still comes out on those Fridays. But if we miss 1 week, I don't think it's that big of a deal, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What you want to say anything, Slewed?
Nah, I can't think of anything.
You should say some stuff, Slewed. 6 minutes isn't a long enough running time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Destiny every week.
Do we want to talk about... Do you want me to spoil the story for this week, or do you care?
Yeah, we'll just make that the whole podcast, is you just spoiling stuff.
Do you care about that? That's why I'm asking you. Do you care if I say anything about it?
Nah, I don't care about spoilers.
Okay, then. Well, I'm going to explain it to you then, Slewed, okay? So basically, there was this thing. You know Lakshmi 2, that...
I've seen people don't like them, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like her either. I wish there was a button that just said end Lakshmi 2, and then it just cuts her robot head off. Anyway, basically, there was conflict. Someone stole, ether and stuff from Mithrax's supplies, all the stuff down there where they're at, where the Scourge raid was before.
Yeah.
And then, because it was obviously people in the city, I think it was Lakshmi herself that did it. But Mithrax was angry. Lakshmi was also angry because she hates Mithrax. Saint 14 was just kind of standing there during the area. during it, and then at the end, he started to walk away. Mithrax said something, and then Saint 14 said, "You can't ask people to live alongside their monsters." And he was like, "Let me tell you about monsters," and it showed this awesome cutscene of it was basically a whole cutscene. You have to look it up and watch it at some point because it's really cool. But it was basically just talking about how, like, the Fallen side of the story, that the Fallen were terrified of Saint 14 back when he was around before he got, like, revived by us when we went back in time to save him. And then nothing was said. That was my problem. After that sick cutscene, I stand there. I'm expecting Saint 14 to say something back to him, and then it's just empty. Like, they both just stand there and stare at each other. So I'm just standing there for like a solid minute and a half, thinking they're gonna say something, and then I'm like, okay, if it's been this long, they're not gonna say anything. So I just left. So great writing. But
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would recommend. It was still really good. This week was.
Nice.
Like I said, like I've said to you guys before, to you and Zan, that I think the people who have been doing stuff from like whoever has just like they definitely juiced up the story for like from I think Season of the Hunt, maybe not Season of the Hunt, but like from there forward, the story has been a lot better now.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like Destiny 1, like a base Destiny 1 level boring anymore.
Yeah.
Or honestly, House of Wolves or Dark Below. Those weren't really very interesting either. I mean, Dark Below was more interesting than House of Wolves, but Dark Below wasn't that interesting either, but I mean, they were also like really small ones, kind of like how Curse of Osiris and Warmind were, but I mean, I'd rather play Dark Below and House of Wolves over Curse of Osiris and the Warmind, you know?
Yeah, those weren't good.
Those weren't fun. I mean, I liked the final boss in Curse of Osiris. Like the big Minotaur that you fought at the end of the story. I thought that was cool. And I also like the idea of being able to go like time travel to the past and the future and then the present, but they didn't use it well, you know? The problem was they gave us the ability to do this, but it was only in certain missions, and then they also did made it to where you couldn't go back. You know, like after it was over, you'd think that the cool thing would be, oh, you can now go freely explore the Infinite Forest and go to all the different futures and just run around and free roam. But no, that giant portal that was just standing there on Mercury when it was around, just stood there, and it was just there. Yeah. You know, you couldn't go into it. You walk into it, and there was just an invisible wall, and it was like, no, you will not go into the triangle. You will not become Dorito.
Yeah, they definitely should have utilized the Infinite Forest better.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been a lot more. I feel like it would have been a lot more interesting of a campaign had they have taken the Infinite Forest and given you like quests that you could do after beating the campaign. That you could go back into the Infinite Forest, get like a few new exotics, like a past exotic, present exotic, and future exotic.
Well, you could though. There were adventures for it.
Were there? They didn't give you exotics though, did they?
No, there were still missions.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, not missions. I mean, like, actually have quest lines that they would give you that you would follow. That in the end would either equal to a really good pinnacle weapon or powerful weapon, just a cool legendary weapon, or an exotic from past, present, and future. And then, like, have the ability to freely travel between all three of the different dimensions. So, like, base Mercury, past Mercury, present Mercury, past Mercury, and future Mercury, and then allow you to, like, travel freely between them all, and then kind of have quests where it's, like, kill this many of, like, the future Vex or something, and then go into each of the different stuff, complete the different quest steps, and then you end up getting rewarded with something. I feel like that would have given it a lot more playability, you know, and people wouldn't have gotten so bored of the campaign after that, because you would have had more stuff to do. That was the biggest thing with Curse of Osiris and Warmind, they were lacking in content. After the campaign, which the campaigns weren't great either, I definitely would have chosen Curse of Osiris over Warmind, in my opinion at least. I just didn't like Mars as much as I did Mercury. They were lacking in content after the campaigns. There wasn't enough to do. It wasn't sustainable
pretty much there was
for
just
pretty much anyone. I mean, wait, did we get a raid after them? We got a raid after
Eater
and
Spire.
Yeah, was Spire... Eater was with Curse of Osiris, and Spire was with Warmind, right? Or are those swapped?
Yeah.
See, that's kind of weird, though. I would have felt like Spire... No. Maybe not, because, I mean, I guess... Now that I think about it, it was Cabal on Mars, so Spire made sense with a Cabal boss, Vex boss for Eater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, did Crown of Sorrow come out with Season of Opulence, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst one out of the raids on the Leviathan.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much room to talk. I never actually did the raid. But it was, I'd seen stuff about it. I had, seen people do it. It didn't look like that. It was that fun.
Yeah.
All I need is Leviathan to be added back to Destiny, and then I'm fine.
Yeah, it was a fun raid.
Because Vault in Destiny 2, I mean, it may be controversial, but I don't have much fun doing it,
If it wasn't for Atheon, it'd be better.
Yeah, I mean, Templar's easy. I almost said Oculus. Oracles are fine once you get the pattern down. They're not that hard to do,
No.
And the final encounter with Atheon isn't that difficult overall. Getting Oracles down pat and getting teleported and stuff and learning the different order that you need to shoot them in isn't difficult. It's just the damage phase that's the worst.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, me and Zan did it in Destiny 1 recently and flew through the raid. It was about an hour and a half overall, I think, but that's because we had a few little mistakes on Oracles. But after Oracles, there was really not anything else that took us long. I mean, Oracles still didn't take us that long. Where did you find people to
do it in D1? Did you just do it in LFG?
Yeah, we did LFG.
Nah.
We got people surprisingly quick off of LFG, too.
Huh. Nice.
The people were nice, too. And, I think when we finished it, we finished it with 5 people. We didn't have the full group. One of the people that was in our group left midway through, but even with 5 people, Atheon was not difficult. Now, if we were playing Destiny 2, that would have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
There would have been a bit of a trouble there,
Yeah.
Trying to think of something to talk about. So, hold on, give me 1 second.
Alright.
You just hold them off while I think. Zan, I'm not talking about the stock market. Any Twitter drama we want to talk about?
Nah, I haven't really seen much going on recently. Other than just normal stuff.
Not really, no. Other than the whole Dream thing, with him, coming out about him cheating and stuff. But that still was a good little bit ago,
Yeah.
Up, actually, full recently, it's not really been... It's been quiet,
Yeah, honestly, I can't think of much that's happened.
Yeah. Let's open Twitter. Let's go search up Twitter on the web and then find out what's going on. I wonder what's been happening with Elon Musk recently.
Probably nothing good.
He had another kid and named it some math equation.
No, he went on SNL again and was completely unfunny.
With the Wario skit. Yes.
Yeah.
Who else was on that skit? Because I never even saw anything about it.
I don't know. I just know he did a really terrible Wario.
Yeah. Alright. I guess we can go ahead and end it up a little bit now. Since this was meant to kind of just be an introduction, obviously I didn't want it to be at like 6 minutes though, because 3 of those minutes was just the starting soon screen. So, I guess for an introduction, we can just end this up real quick, and then continue talking about stuff in the next week.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, this has been Sky Dude and Slewed.
Hey.
The Dungeon Boys. So you want to say goodbye, Slewed?
Goodbye, everybody.
You heard him, folks. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to be uploading this to my YouTube channel, which is Sky Dude. I almost forgot my own YouTube channel name for a second. My Twitch channel is SkyDudeEXE, so I got it mistaken. So yeah, the channel that I'll be uploaded onto is Sky Dude. Slewed also has a channel just called Slewed. If you want to check him out, he did some random chip reviews. He gave up on his Cyberpunk chip review like halfway through, or not even halfway through, like a quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
Other than that, he doesn't have much content. He doesn't post. He definitely posts a lot less often than I do. I'm going to post more now. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the podcast. And you should totally check out my channel and subscribe. Because, actually, according to YouTube statistics... According to YouTube statistics,
only 3%
of you are actually subscribed to my channel. So you should consider subscribing. It's free. Alright, well, alright, see you guys. That's going to be the end of this.